I am making this video to share some things you should do in your 20s from popular demand. Number one is you should make friends. In your 20s, you should make friends. And here is the reason. Your 20s is meant for you to explore the world. Your 20s is meant for you to go on adventures. Your 20s is meant for you to discover yourself. Your 30s is meant for you to build on the experience you gathered in your 20s. Your 40s is meant for you to solidify everything you built in your 30s, and your 50s is for enjoyment. So, I will share these tips for you to do in your 20s to have an enjoyable 30s and a profitable 40s. Number one is make friends. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. And let me explain. There are things that you want to do, you can't tell your family. You can tell your best friends or your friends. There are things your family cannot help you out of. Your friends can help you. If you get into trouble today, a trouble of 100,000, do you have friends that can raise 100,000 for you? If you are looking for a job, do you have friends that can put out a word for you? If you get a job and they need certain signatures, do you have friends who can tell their father who occupies such position in the government to fill that form for you and give you that signature? Your network is your net worth. The friends you make, the friends you keep are people that will show up for you at the long run. I used to see people come on Facebook and say, I don't have friends, so thank God I don't keep friends. So whenever I hear that, there's how it feels in my ears. Because you don't know these things, you just say things out of ignorance. A few years ago, I wanted to make a passport for my mom. I went to my state immigration office and they said there is lots of people on ground that we have to wait about 6 months before my mom gets a passport. So I just forgot about the passport thing because she doesn't need to travel. I just felt everyone has a passport in the house and she doesn't have a passport. A friend of mine called me that evening. This friend, I met him abroad and one of his uncles also came to see him. He called me and we were discussing and I told him, I wanted to make passport for my mom and it was not successful. And he was like, you want to make passport for your mom and you didn't tell me? Do you remember that my uncle that came so and so time? That my uncle is the DG of this. Let me call him, I'll get back to you. And so he called. He got back to me and said, my uncle said you should come to our state tomorrow. Because your mom wants to make a passport in our state. I said, as long as she gets a passport, I don't care which state she makes the passport from. And I traveled with my mom to the state. When we got to the immigration office, they were welcoming us like VIP. We made the passport. They wanted to collect 25k from us that we'll get the passport in 1 week. But I told them, let's fast track it because we already traveled from my state to another state, so let's fast track it. And I paid them. We got our passport in 4 days. Why? Network. You should have a friend that you can call when you are in trouble. You should have a friend that you can call when you need certain information. That is why we say your network is your net worth. The second thing you should do in your 20s is to travel. I know a lot of people will be like, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. Let me tell you, it does not necessarily mean you will travel outside the country. Travel outside the local government, travel outside your state, travel around Nigeria, explore Nigeria, join tour group, join crusade, join church program, travel outside your state. Traveling is another form of education. The more you travel, the more your mind open, the more you see things in a liberal aspect. When you are in public and you are discussing, you will understand that you do not see life from just your understanding only. You will see life from the understanding of others because you have interacted with people outside your country, you have interacted with people outside your locality, you've interacted with people of different school of thought. So it is good to travel. You experience different culture, you experience different people, you experience different place. The third thing you should do in your 20s is to develop a habit. Psychologists say anything you do consistently for 21 days will become a habit. If you want to do workout to lose weight or burn belly fat or anything, set your phone on alarm, wake up 5:30 every morning and do it. After you do this 21 days on a roll, your body system will program it, and every 5:30 you will see that you will wake up on your own and you will go for that workout or that prayer. You will discover that the day you don't get up for that workout or that prayer, you will be feeling uneasy because your body has adapted to that pattern. So, as a young person, develop a habit. I don't know what you want to do. You want to write, you want to read, you want to sing, you want to make videos, whatever you want to do, make it as a habit. Another thing you should do in your 20s is to have a list. On my previous video, I talked about a list I call before I die. You are very superstitious. I know you will not die in Jesus' name. It's okay. Get a list of the things you wish to see in life. Get a list of the things you wish to experience in life. Mind you, don't make sure that list is very big and complicated. Make sure that list does not dwell so much on the actions of a third party. Let me explain. If you say, for example, I want to travel abroad, you understand that for you to travel abroad, it's not only your doing, you will need money. And for you to get money, you need a job. And for you to get that job, you need people to accept you to work with them and get you a job. Then after getting that job and saving money, you will need visa. You cannot give yourself visa. You will need visa and a consular or a high commissioner to give you visa. You will need a passport. So you see that for you to travel abroad, you will need the actions of other people to make that dream come to pass. It is good to have dreams like that and goals like that on your list. But if you have goals like that depends on the actions of others, if you have a lot of them on your list, you are going to go into depression and you are going to feel like a failure more than when you have goals that depends on your activity. For example, I want to lose 5 kg in 30 days. What happens is you set your phone on alarm, wake up every morning and do a workout. And after 60 days challenge or 30 days challenge, you check your weight and you see that you smashed that goal. Now you see that that was an action that was solely dependent on you. Now, I want to test a Dika Kong soup. What you have to do is the small 5k you have in your account, you go to a good restaurant and you test a Dika Kong soup. Now, that is a little bit your action and the action of another person. Or I want to try and cook so and so soup from this place of the country. Or I want to try this new food. You go on YouTube, you watch how to make it, you go to the market, buy the groceries and make it yourself. I want to eat vanilla and strawberry ice cream together. I want to carry a colored hair once in my life. I want to get a tattoo. These are things that dwell solely on your action. So it is easier to tick these than the ones that dwell solely on the actions of others. So your list can be as long as you wish. Having a list makes your life interesting. Having a list makes you wake up with a purpose. A lot of young people do not have a purpose. Their purpose is just to wake up, pay bills, eat, sleep, or get married and start having kids. You don't have a purpose. Have a different purpose. I want to get this. I want to get that. I want to belong to a cause. I want to see these things come to an end. I want to add my voice to these things. So, another thing you should do in your 20s is to invest in your social profile. Thank God for social media that you can do things with a snap of finger. There is TikTok, there is Instagram, there is YouTube, there is Facebook, there is church, there are religious gatherings. Invest in your social profile. Let somebody see you on the road and wave you. Hey, I know you. You used to sing in my church. That is a social profile. You are known as a chorister in your church. You are known as an usher. You are known as the guy who usually stands up in your area when something terrible is happening. You are known as the person who usually come on social media and talk about your religion or your idea or something you care about. Get a social profile. When you are seen on the road, aside your name and surname, what would people know you for? That is your social profile. So far, these are the things I want to talk about for you to do in your 20s. I just woke up and decided to make a video. When I have a compiled list, I am going to make a part 2 of it and talk about the ones I did not talk about or explain well on this video. Subscribe, give a thumbs up to this video, and drop your comments. I'll be looking forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.